The first free drawing app is Infinite Painter. Oh, I'm sorry, are you expecting an intro? Today we'll be testing 6 free drawing apps, and the first one is Infinite Painter. However, it is not 100% free. It's a freemium, which means you can technically draw for free but cannot use all the features unless you pay. Infinite Painter is a one-time payment, which means no subscriptions, and it only costs 49,000 rupiah or $2.90. Oh, Indonesia, why is your currency so effed in the B? I can say that, by the way, I'm Indonesian. I can pity my own country. Anyway, today I will not be paying for anything. We'll use the app completely free. The features can be accessed in the compass looking icon. There are 2 categories, create and edit. In Create, you can create things like gradients, patterns, shape, symmetry, etc. And Edit can be used to adjust things like size and color. They have tons of brushes, which are neatly categorized. Let's try sketching with a waxy pencil. I will be drawing Iluga with this picture of Yeonjun as a reference. I haven't played the newest Genshin update yet, but I know we will meet Iluga Beluga in there. So no spoilers, please, I am begging you. I can't use Liquify in the free version, so I am adjusting the sketch manually with Transform. Infinite Painter actually offers a 7-day trial, but then I have to enter my credit card information, set a reminder to cancel if it turns out I don't like it. It's too much of a hassle. Besides, I want to try the completely free version, so no, you will not get my credit card information. Oh, I just found something cool. In the color selection, there is a ball. A ball. You guys, usually it's just a color wheel or sliders or swatches, but there's a ball here. Am I the only one excited about this? You can adjust the shadows, midtones, and lighting, and also the shadow intensity. So if you ever feel like, I don't know how to pick a shadow color, now you can with a ball. Yeah, the ball is pretty much the highlight of the Infinite Painter segment. Anyway, I switched to Proco Pencil to draw the clean sketch. You can adjust the size, color, and opacity on the left. The paint bucket tool kinda sucks though, because I cannot adjust the threshold or the tolerance, so it bleeds out even through the tiniest gap. But thanks to that, I found another cool thing in Infinite. There is a brush category called Fills, and it has solid fill, screen tone, debris, grunge, blah blah blah, and you can easily add base colors just by tracing your sketch. Come on, this is cool. If you don't think the ball is cool, this is cool. However, I don't see any hue and saturation or color adjustment tools anywhere. I thought it was in filter, but it's just photo filters. Also, I cannot pick the colors, like using the eyedropper tool by long pressing the screen. Okay, I actually found out why. For some reason, it is disabled in the setting. You can also use it for different functions, by the way. And now I can pick the colors. But I don't like how my finger is in the middle of the circle. It just seems awkward and it's hard to see the colors I pick. I prefer the pin shape like in Ibispaint. It's more accurate and I can see the colors clearly. Now for the layers. If you pinch them, it will automatically create a group, and you can clip a layer into the group, which is great. But apparently you have to pay if you want to make a new group or folder. This is kind of weird, it's just a folder. Anyway, since we only have limited layers in the free version, we have to merge the group. The shading and rendering experience is pretty much similar to Procreate and Ibispaint, but not as smooth. Because to adjust the brush size and opacity, you have to click on the toolbar first before making any changes. While in both Procreate and Ibispaint, you can just make the adjustments without extra clicks. I know it seems like a nothing burger, right? Just one extra click. But as someone who worked as a user experience designer before, yes, that's right, I used to have a job, sometimes even just one extra click can disrupt the experience, making it less smooth and less seamless. Okay, I'll just finish up by adding some colors on Iluga's cheeks and lips. So, is Infinite Painter any good? I will give it like a 3 and a quarter spicy chimol balls out of 5. The ball and the fill brush are great, but for the free version, they withhold many essential features like creating a folder, color adjustments, liquify. The painting experience is not as smooth as Ibispaint and Procreate in my opinion, but they do have tons of brushes and all of them are free. Infinite Painter is also available on iOS, Android, and Chromebook, so more people can access it. And it's only a one-time payment, which is great, so yeah, 3¼ spicy chimol balls. I think I will try Premium Infinite Painter in the future. The features do look very interesting, so I wanna do a dedicated video on it later. But for now, let's move on. Next drawing app is Medibang or Medibang. Medibang. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. It's a quite old drawing app and it's originally made for PC. The interface actually looked like an old school PC interface. And again, this is a freemium. As you can see, some of the brushes are locked. I think you can watch an ad to use them just like in Ibispaint. For the premium version, it's a monthly subscription and I think it's quite expensive for an app with no liquify. Yes, it doesn't have liquify, but it has mesh transform, which is just warp with a different name. You can add columns. The more columns you have, the more detailed you can adjust. The annoying part is you have to make sure your pen is on the circle, because if you miss even just a little bit, it will move your drawing and you can't undo. Like, why? Let's start drawing with it. Medibang has great line art brushes. I think early generation drawing apps like Medibang, CSP, Paint Tool Sai generally have great default brushes. For example, compare it with the previous one, the Infinite Painter. Infinite Painter has lots of fancy brushes, but they're honestly hard to use. Some are too textured, too thin, too small, even when I set it to the largest size, too magnet-like. I'm looking at you, Procreate. But Medibang's brush is easy to use. It feels so light drawing with it. Okay, I'm just gonna trace the previous Iluga drawing. Yes, we'll be drawing Iluga Beluga throughout the video, with the same pose and expression, to avoid melting my brain. I'm using G Pen, and this brush is perfect for both line art and sketching. It feels very light and loose, but can also make smooth and neat lines. As you can see, Medibang has many tools on the top and on the left. And some of the icons are quite confusing in my opinion. I wish they could, I don't know, name them. The Paint Bucket tool is better than Infinite Painters. You can adjust the gaps and you can choose whether to target the whole canvas or just a single layer. I've been looking for color adjustment tools all over the place and it turns out it is inside the filter, which is inside the layer. That's kind of a weird place to put filter in, but no matter, at least we can adjust the colors. Let's move on to shading. Now, even though the brushes are not categorized, you can filter them for easier selection. Wait, what is this? Cat stamp. Why do the cats look low-key on cannabis? Screw it, let's watch the ad. Tasty travel. Sounds like a double entendre. I'm joking, I'm sorry. Okay, now we can use the cat stamp. Oh, it's so weird, but so cute at the same time. Why do some of the cats have human faces? It's ew, but also it's so cute. Yeah, I don't care about anything else. You have this cat stamp, you win. Anyway, I tried using the smudge tool, but it sucks butt. However, Medibang's watercolor brush is also great for blending. Just lower the opacity and you're good to go. I'm using the acrylic brush and watercolor throughout the rendering. Acrylic to add colors and watercolor to blend. I really like it when I can immediately find brushes I click with. It means the app has great usable brushes instead of fancy stuff I don't know how to use. Or maybe my hand just hates fancy things. Oh, and I like that you can keep the color wheel and brush setting docked here. It makes the painting process smooth and seamless. Okay, so final assessment for Medibang. I'm not a fan of the interface. I think it's too PC-like. It also doesn't have liquify, which I cannot live without, but I do have mesh transformation. The brushes are great. Even though they're not fancy, they're very comfortable to use, and it's available on iOS, Android, and Windows. The subscription is on the expensive side in my opinion, but the essential features are available for free, and you can watch ads to use some of the brushes. But of course, the winner is definitely the cat stamps. the creator of this brush should get a big fat raise. So the final score for Medibank is 3.8 Chimol balls out of 5. The cat stamp is doing most of the heavy lifting, by the way. Next one is not technically a drawing app, it's a YouTube video. Yes, you can draw in a YouTube video. I can see the confusion in your face, so let's just start. This is a YouTube video by Fiorama. It's called This Video is a Drawing App, YouTube Illustrator. I found this video very late at night and I thought I was high on MSG. But let's try it ourselves. Okay, so there are some rules. Do not attempt on devices without great performance. Now, I don't know what's constitute as a great performance devices, but I think my laptop is quite okay. And press number key to jump forward. Each number can only be used once. Pause to stop or start drawing. Oh, color palettes will follow. Palette type switches every 10 seconds. Happy drawing. Let's try number 2. Oh, it's in the form of palettes and it changes. Okay, it changes every 10 seconds. Okay, let's just jump to number 8. Okay. Oh, how is this possible? 6. Then 3 again. Oh, if you jump on the number you've used before, it will also undo your progresses. Okay, this is pretty cool. Dude, this is great. Fiorama also makes tons of interactive videos where you can draw and play games and make burgers. This is so dope. I will link their channel in the description, so make sure to check them out. This is so cool. Next is iArtbook. Now this one is very interesting. As you can see, it lays out the brushes right on top. It's pretty neat, right? But the downside of this app is every time I click on something, it shows the upgrade pop-up in your face. I was just trying to duplicate this scribble, you ding-dong. I have to pay for copy and paste. Sorry, I will try to be calmer. I see that there is liquify in here, but let me guess, I have to pay. Yep. Okay, so I can continue with ads, but I see no ads. Whatever, as long as I can use the liquify. As it turns out, there are more brushes when you double click on the brushes on the top. So the top one is kind of like the category. And by the way, all the brushes are available for free. So that's nice. You can adjust the brush's size and opacity on the bars on the left. So no extra clicks, which is also very nice. Yeah, the drawing process itself is quite smooth. I don't encounter any blocker. The problem shows up when I try to click literally anything else. This is like when you enter a store and the staff won't leave you alone. Like, yes, Janet, I will buy the shoes, just let me look around first so I can pick the most suitable one for me. Anyway, I cannot seem to create a group for my layers, and it doesn't respond to gestures like pinch to merge the layers. So let's merge them one by one. This is neat. I will add the shadows and then move on to rendering. Like I mentioned, if you just use the brushes and eraser, it's all smooth sailing. But sometimes we need to adjust things like the color, the size of his eyes, the tilt of his head, and every time I wanna do that, it says upgrade to iArtbook Pro. Maybe there's something I can do in the setting. Of course you do. Of course you do. I cannot even get to the setting. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. Maybe the experience would be much better if I buy it, but no. Shoving up the upgrade button right into your face 90% of the time? Hell nah. This is 1.5 Chimol balls out of 5. Okay, let's move on. Next one is Amber Draw. I actually know about this one from Fiora's video, and here you can make a whoa. Yes, you can make animated lines. Let's write something. B-U-T-T. But there is Halloween. What does it? Oh, it makes the ghost follow whatever shape you make. There are spirits on my canvas. Cool. Some of them are premium, but the free ones are just as good. Oh, this one is giving me the jitters. Let's use the scribbles to draw Iluga. Oh, this is like that cartoon, Beavis and Butthead, where the characters always twitch for some reason. But is it just me, or this Iluga is much better than the previous versions? Also, is this what tripping on acid looks like? Does anyone else feel nauseated? Okay, this is a solid 4.5 Chimols out of 5. Despite the twitchiness and the dizziness, this is so much fun. Now, unfortunately, Ember Draw is only available on iOS. But do give it a try if you're on iPad. Just make crazy things. The last one is Adobe Fresco. Now, I've covered Fresco in depth before, but recently they added some features, such as this one called Content Credentials. Basically, you can add a label to show people that your art is not AI generated and request that AI doesn't train on your work, which is a great feature. In the export menu, there is Content Credentials. Right here, creative process created without generative AI. Let's check that, and then export as this one. Export save image, and here is our scribble. Do you see anything different? Because I see no different. I was expecting like a literal label or a texture like in Ibispaint's AI disturbance. If any of you guys know how these content credentials work, please let me know in the comments. The next feature is pose, where you can Oh, okay, let's try it out. Holy shit, it works. It even becomes kind of 3D or something. Okay, I definitely have to try this on a body. And yes, this is how you draw a body. Click pose and ooh, he's moving. It's kind of wiggly, but it's also so cool. It even knows where the joints are. Like when I move the arm, it is anchored to the shoulder. That is very dope. Oh, my fabulous little blob. I didn't do much in Fresco because I already made a video on that. Fresco's brushes are very interesting, especially the watercolor brush. The water literally moves like in real watercolor paints. As attractive as that is, I still think that it's hard to use. Not just the watercolor brush, but the other brushes as well. Maybe I just haven't found the right ones, just like in the Infinite Painter. But you can use the Liquify for free, so that's great. I didn't give a score in the dedicated Fresco video. So for Fresco, I will give it 3.8 Chimol balls out of 5. It has quite comprehensive features for a free app. You can liquify, do crazy things with pose, and tons of brushes selection, even though they're kinda hard to use. You might need more time to explore to find a suitable brush, just like me. But I think they do update the features from time to time, so that's great, right? And that is 6 free drawing apps where 90% of them are freemium. Have you tried them? Which ones have you tried? Are you interested in trying at least one of them? Okay, this outro is beginning to sound like an interrogation, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!